I thank you for tuning in, or we thank you for tuning in. This is the second map of the grand final of the Female Stars Championship, and Team Secret have the 1-0 lead. For everyone just tuning in, Reason Gaming go for a heavily B-favored setup on the CT side.
Yeah, this is quite an unusual one. This could be due to the fact that a lot of players or teams will actually rush towards that position, but you can actually see the build-up coming in over towards that B site at the moment. We see a couple of players waiting towards the sort of Titanic area and just going to wait near that T-spawn to sort of make a decision. But the real problem is, you actually look over to the other side of the map, there's a lot of aggression coming out. They're finding out so much information. They actually have the site for themselves. The only problem is, the push is going to come in from, and we're going to just see a bloodbath as Team Secret start things off with a couple of kills. The push towards middle will take place, but it is going to be Nopka doing some lovely work on the rotations.
Yeah, bloody on against 4 terrorists. That Team Secret push, it was kind of accidentally happened to be spread out, and they could have planted on either bomb site in the end. But that Reason Gaming push into the B tunnels, it could have turned the round upside down. It was really, really close. But, well, the headshots were flying the other way. And Reason losing the pistol round. Team Secret on the AK. 2 Mac-10s, a Tech-9, and a UMP up against some upgraded pistols.
Yeah, Tati actually going to go for a, well, just a CZ this time, going to try and make as much money as she can, although with the CZ it won't be very much, and she's going to try and make those nades stretch, but it's the kills coming in either side. Riley manages to find one. We know how effective Reason can be, and they're on the quick rotation. They're very quick to get over here.
Indeed, through the smoke they go. Giuliano with a spray. The second one was a little troublesome. 3v3. Bloody Elf going down to Nikki. But Vilga is still struggling with the CTs outside of the B bomb site. Finally picks up another frag. Not really necessary to go for another peek there, but she's got the armor. She's got a Tech-9, and the flash comes in from behind. So Vilga with a nice double kill to close it out. Team Secret make it 2-0 without that much problems.
Yeah. They take over that B site. Of course, this time they switched up the way they were going to be holding the positions. One player and one player alone, and it was a quick trade. Riley managing to find a frag, but that is all she will find. And, well, we can already see that the T's are opting to skimp a little bit here. Have a couple of pistols still left in play, but let's see what these straight-up USPs and P2000 can actually do in this scenario. Not much is probably the answer.
Yeah, 3 men, 3 women stacked up on A long. We've got one in middle and one at the B bomb side, and Vilga is keeping the Tech-9 streak alive. Another kill for her. Nopka on to Riley, making it a 5v3 already. And even though the CTs tried to do something about it, I don't know if they can do that much about it. Nopka is already waiting for them in the tunnels. DSH goes down, and it's Tati and Bloody Elf. Now they will be sprayed down by Nikki. Good to see that Nikki is keeping it up as well, because she is the kind of the middle part, I think, the glue that keeps Secret sticking together.
Yeah, constantly finding frag after frag without really sort of being noticed a lot by the cameras. You won't see her maybe get a quad spray or anything like that, but every once in a while she will have those rounds, along with the fact that she's still chugging along with a couple of frags all the way across the board. We are seeing the AWP board up by Giuliano and an AWP onto Antica as well, so we will see the first round where this AWP battle begins. Yeah,
no armor on Antica, but it will probably not play that big of a role, at least not yet. It was designed to keep the enemy's AWP out of the game. The terrorists are setting up some middle control. They also have a hold on the A-long approach, and generally speaking a slow start, but Giuliano, as I say, slow start. It's Antica going down. They get flashed. No, Riley with a spray. She only gets one frag. Vilga with a reply, making it a 4v3. 2 CTs still at the A bomb, so that could be dangerous for the terrorists.
Yeah, DSH is going to be holding that sort of cross position, and Long has also been taken over by Tati, but she's going to have company pretty damn soon. The rotation will have to be made. Bloody Elf, obviously we've seen big plays in the past. If she can get up behind them, there's definitely a possibility, because there isn't too much presence actually watching behind, and actually there is a player, but 9 HP only on Nopka. They haven't dedicated themselves yet. The time is still there, but here comes the push. Molotov throw now.
DSA hops into the CT spawn, gets the first headshot onto Nopka. The second one has to fall, but she goes down. Instead, it's a terrorist capturing the bomb site. Bloody Elf picks up the AWP, and I think she wants to save that. Maybe picking up an exit frag on the way out. She's already aiming at the smoke, at the edge of the smoke. Well, Saz is on the lookout. It would be helpful if the terrorists get that kill onto Bloody Elf. Yeah, wow, nice shot there. Let's see, she's running for the terror spawn, and Saz gonna meet her over there. It's not gonna be a pleasant meeting, that's for sure. Bloody Elf with a knife in the hand. Oh, she gets away with it. Now she can set up that kill. Saz is gonna make her struggle. Just keeps the pressure up, dominates that firefight from the get-go. Team Secret are exploding in this map, 4-0.
And the interesting thing there, we spoke about this earlier, the fact that you can get that double AWP on the T side. It's not so common just because of the quick executes they want to have. And they had the choice there and decided not to take it. So clearly happy with the way it's going. I sort of agree with the fact of if it ain't broken, don't fix it. And you can now see the pistols are back in. P250s and a P2000 are across the board at the moment. No real nades in place here, but aggression coming out from the CT side as we see them take over that B side. Unfortunately, the gamble doesn't seem to be paying off as the push is coming towards A.
Not really. Vilga really fell in love with the Tech 9 there. She didn't go for a weapon in this round. Of course, it gives you kind of not really an advantage, but in case somebody goes down, you don't lose that investment, so you can pick up that rifle. For example, if Giuliano would fall right now, they wouldn't have to drop an AK to pick up the AWP, but they just would pick up the main rifle and save it. So some heads-up play by Team Secret, keeping an eye out for their own economy.
Yeah, making sure that everything is kept clean here. Of course, a little bit of damage being done. Obviously, a rifle being saved here would be very beneficial for Reason Gaming. And actually, Vilga, well, she doesn't have anything to lose here. That's the main thing about this Tech 9. It can just go running in. Of course, they're going to look for a weapon. They're definitely not going to find one, as she has nothing in place here apart from that Tech 9. And, well, the rest of the players now know information, and that information is so very valuable. They don't really need to clean up these frags, especially now that they've lost a player. But the damage shouldn't hurt them too much as they still keep 3 players alive. It's
just putting the stamp on the game as hard and as ferociously as possible. Saz with a quad kill in this round. She's sitting at 7 right now in just 5 rounds, so she definitely stamped this game already, and it shows, you know, it shows the dominance of Team Secret. Reason is not allowed to get anything.
Yeah, back on the buy though, we see the double AWP already coming in for the CT side. Antika yet to frag, and that's a big problem. We talk about that AWP battle. We talk about the fact that she needs to step up against Giuliano on a map that she loves dearly. But there's Bloody Elf, the secondary AWP in this game, is going to miss the second shot. The aggression from the T side is making this more and more difficult as they spray her down. Nopka actually going to find Riley in the meantime, and now we're going to see the domination of Bloody Elf.
Yeah, it's slightly too many shots missed there, not only by Bloody Elf, but also by her partner in crime. Riley didn't cover her enough, so the terrorists just slipped through, and it's like you open up the door and there is a horde of ants swarming at you, and in the end you're going to be covered with ants. In this case, it's terrorists just coming out of the sand on this too, and TK and DSH have to back away. There is no other choice. They have to save, and it's not even going to happen. Vilga's already on their heels. And Tika is making it to a long though, and it should be rather safe for her over there.
Yeah, she's just going to have to escape, not having any real impact as they just all push through the tunnel there. And unfortunately, although normally an AWP may be very valuable in that position, as you said, Bloody Elf just wasn't able to connect more than one shot. She did the bare minimum that was needed, and once that sort of came in, the rest of the team were able to just close her down. And, well, there was no real rotation coming in, no real takeover of that site. And look at the money. The money is not good. That could force around the AWP. Of course, Antika is going to be able to forward in the next round. So it is a little bit of a risk, but 6-0 down, thus too, we talk about it being a balanced map. Not so far.
Not at all. 11,000. The money on the terrorist side is out of hand across the board. 8,000 on them. They can easily buy up 2-3 rounds, maybe even 4 if they get a bomb plan in between or 2. And that is really a bad sign for Reason Gaming. But we don't want to count them out. They already showed us what they are made of in the recent games. Patty's pushing through the smoke. She goes down, though. Saz getting the headshot. And she repels and keeps the CTs from pushing further. And Tika has to hold back with the AWP and wait for the push to commence. Reason Gaming with 3 players over at middle and B. That is really not the right position to take, as we can see on the map.
Yeah, this is going to be the important role for Antika. She is still yet to frag in this game. Of course, the 1 kill you can see on the board is actually in the knife round. Because she's actually playing very, very well so far. The stand-in for the team finding 2 frags. Now there's only 2 players left to even try and make a stand in this round. Bloody's going to be pushing in. She actually spots out the players. The flashbang team flash comes in. But it's not going to be enough, and she's not going to get there fast enough. She will be able to come in for the flank, but unfortunately, her teammates all the way out towards long, and I'm not even sure if they're going to go for this one.
Yeah, I think it would have been better to save anyway, even though Antika gets surprised by Saz. That was really not expected. She probably received a call by Bloody Elf. Hey girl, they're all over here in middle. You're probably safe over there. I'm trying to hold them off as long as possible. And then somebody pushes out of long, and it's Saz on top of that. And Giuliano will put Bloody Elf to rest as well. 7-0 in favor of Team Secret. Still no kills on Antika, and overall we have 1 on DSH and 1 on Tati, and those 3 players have been pointed out by us as key parts of the squad.
Yeah, every single player in other matchups has had their moments. The previous map may have just been enough to demotivate them. Also, this is the factor. We know how good Team Secret are on these sort of aim battle duels. They're winning pretty much every single one at this point in time, but here comes the aggression. Pushing up mid, they're going to try and spot this out, but the B site's already fallen. There's nothing that can be done now. They may get a gun or 2 out of this, but retaking this site is going to be so difficult. But what if they got to lose?
I think they're trying to save the rifle they picked up. Now Vilga's actually going back towards the T-spawn, maybe picking up some exit frags. A Bloody Elf. Vilga is down, but the gun of Vilga is going back there. The CTs will try and contest this round. Obviously, they want to make it a little more expensive, but money is not the issue for Team Secret. They just want to win rounds, and you can see they're actively hunting down pistols, and they don't give a damn.
Yeah, Zaz is on full beast mode at the moment. We will see Antika pick up another rifle, but it's not going to be enough. Bloody Elf, well, she just has to try and save this weapon. Obviously, they will have a buy in the next round. We saw $5 actually still in the bank of Antika, but the fact is she has got on the board. She will not hit 007. That's at least something that can be made. She's not going to be the James Bond from Russia with love. But either way, it's going to be a huge amount of bank on that Team Secret side, and they are just going to be happy to sort of give away those few frags as they are now steamrolling Reason Gaming.
On top of that, Team Secret is just sticking to one plan. They don't even have to use the mid-B split. They don't have to execute from A short. They threw in a few rounds like that just to keep the CTs on their toes. And now they're going for A long again. Bloody Elf with the first frag. I think that's the first round. And suddenly everything falls apart for the terrorists. The CT's finally able to get that first, well, that first few frags to give him a chance. Oh, Bloody Elf. Now she's turning it up.
Yeah, stepping over to middle, she takes that duel. Obviously already tagging Giuliano as well, who's only on 9 HP. But the damage that can be done here will be the big factor. Takes a tag herself down to 25 HP. We know how well Giuliano can play with this AWP. Hasn't had too many frag movie moments, I suppose. But we know that she can step up. 8-0. And it's unlikely we'll see a 9.
4 no-scopes. You heard it here first. We were talking about it. She was talking about it. Now let's see. That smoke is definitely going to cover her approach a little. Oh, she was waiting for that shot to be fired. What a heads-up play by Giuliano. And that's the first one. No, not a no-scope. I'm disappointed. 1v3. And she makes her way into middle. The CTs don't have eyes on that approach. She might catch Riley out, and maybe she can plant the bomb.
Yeah, the thing is, there actually isn't anybody watching the cross at all, although to her left, there are a few players available. She doesn't have a smoke, so she has to just keep peeking and will actually be caught out. And Tika then takes the re-peek, so they do manage to save the double AWPs. That's a big factor at the moment for Reason, but you can already see just the crowd almost in silence as Team Secret have shown up in this last map, or possibly the last map, unless we end up on cash. And we almost need to see the direct turnaround of what we saw in the previous map. We saw a 7-0 lead. We saw the fight back, and then we saw the map go the way of the team who were losing initially. But already, Team Secret have other ideas.
Oh, Bloody Elf has a say in this round. And now she starting to get kills. That is a very good sign for Reason Gaming. She might pick up a few more of those, especially in the first few moments of the of the round. It makes it so much easier for the CTs to adjust themselves, because they can lose a man without being overwhelmed instantly, you know?
4 versus 5. Not going to rule out any of these players just yet. The middle presence is known. The smokes will be thrown out to make sure that they're not going to lose any more picks, but there isn't a smoke on Xbox at the moment, so they do still have to be careful. Actually going to go for the aggressive peek here. This is ballsy play from Vilga. This peek is almost definitely going to come in at some point, but she will fall back, actually miss the jump slightly and almost risk her life. But now we see that push coming in. Player waiting on short. It is going to be Tati, so it's not an AWP, and we do see DSH also rotating over to play that almost horrific role here. We're just looking for the heads.
Yeah, Saz is going to be key in this round as well. Her timing is going to be crucial. Tati trying to hold off that push a little longer to make her teammate shine. DSH goes down to Vilga, making it a 4v4. But now Tati steps up and Nikki puts her to rest. The CTs have taken refuge in a long. It's Antika firing from there. Saz has her number though. She's on the push. She flashes out. Both players with the same idea. Vilga holding on to a shot. The bomb has not been planted, but she gets the first and the second as well. Vilga with a triple kill. Antika's left alone. They are planting a bomb and long. That might actually work out for her, but the 5-7 is not going to be strong enough. Saz prevails, and that's what I mentioned before in this tournament. Saz looking at the orb, asking, do we want two, or are we going to stick with one? And the answer was, we're going to stick with one orb for now. Let's see what Team Secret have in store for us. Vilga, again, on the Tech 9.
They don't have enough money. That's what it is. That's
yeah,
what it is.
obviously.
They don't have enough money, Dabu, so they have decided to just save a little bit here, go for just nades. Vilga feeling that confident, and I can see why pistols are all that is there at the moment for the CT side, and we will see Riley actually taking the frag.
Didn't Valve add interest now in the last pitch?
Don't.
Yeah, don't give him ideas. A 4v3 already, Riley on 22. 35 for Antika. She's going to be stomped by Giuliano's Tech 9. So everyone's getting a piece here of the big cake. And Reason Gaming with only one round on the board so far.
Tati will step up, though. She's found one with the AK. We know what she can do in these sort of eco-round situations. Zaz's position is an off one, though. Oof. Riley finds another one with the Deeg as well, so that could be another weapon in place here. This is back to a 2 versus 2. I feel like this could be doable, especially if they find the kill, but there is Zaz, the ninja, hiding in the corner, and we'll actually find one more to make this into a much harder situation. No kit, and an AK is all that resides in the hands of Tati.
But they pay respect to them. They pay respect to Reason, pulling all the way back to Goose, letting Tati work herself into the bomb site, giving away her position. The bomb is ticking faster and faster. She doesn't have a defuse kit, and now she's going to be peeked by 2 terrorists. One of them is Saz with a quad kill, and she has caught fire.
Yeah, she's got bored with triple kills. It's not enough. She's just going for quad kills in this one. Lovely work here from Vilga.
That was so important. If they had pushed through there, the A-bomb set would have been compromised by the CTs. Really good hold.
Yeah, and wait, mathematically, did that add up? I thought we saw Zaz get a quad kill, but she just got 2. That was a little bit confusing, but either way.
There was the other round.
Oh, right, it was a round before. There we go. I've lost my mind. But either way, back in. Antika is on the AWP, but Famises are alongside it. We do have a lack of nades and, of course, a lack of rounds on the Reason Gaming side. They need to step up big, and they need to step up now.
Indeed. Even if they step up now, 10-5 would be a horrible scoreline anyway. But we have seen a comeback like that already. Reason Gaming is capable of a lot of things, including eco-round upsets as well. So let's not write them off. And Antika is coming alive. That is really important for the CTs. As we already said, Bloody Elf was the one opening up. Now it's Antika. But the terrorists have enough time. They can salvage this round. They just wait for the CTs to make a mistake.
Yeah, Antika rotating her position away does mean that she has another surprise angle with that AWP. Another pick would be very valuable, but it looks like at the moment the middle play is the idea. They're going to try and find a pick back into the game. They have positions over towards long, couple around the tunnels area just to try and make sure they don't get flanked. And you can see how up close and personal the 2 B players are. They may actually go pushing here. This could be a really nice play. They're just going to go all the way around into tunnels, abandon the site, and have a perfect position for a retake. The only problem is, I'm not sure how good an idea this is now. They've gone a little bit too far. I was hoping they would just sit in tunnels and try and hold the frags. Instead, they've just completely abandoned the site, and they're actually going to have to go for a full retake. So, Riley on the outside, the Molotov's going to hold them out. Of course, they do have kits in play here, but it's going to have to be a big round, and Nopka's there.
Oh, the second on Nopka. That was the most important one. Now she's staying in the tunnels. She's alone over there, the first front of defense. Tati going to work on her. DSH and Tati will fall to Saz and Nikki. It's the 3v1. Antika not having a chance. It's Nikki stepping up. And if Saz is not getting an amazing amount of kills, it's Nikki with a double. It's Vilga. It's Nopka. It's Giuliano. What are you supposed to do against a 5-man squad on fire that's like G2 with 5 shoxes?
Yeah, no, this is just insane. Nikki has currently only died twice in the whole of the last 12 rounds. We are on round number 13. This is the point where you have to realize that maybe this is just going to be a whitewash map. Very, very impressive at the moment coming out, and they're already just building up. The stack has gone completely wrong, as the B site is where the play will begin.
Yeah, the CTs, well, they push middle. The hope is to get a frag, get a weapon, maybe make the next spy a little stronger with that, but the terrorists have everything under control. Nobody's making a mistake. Everyone's hitting their shots, as we already mentioned. DSH now just racing to the bomb site, but Saz is her stopping point. Antika alone against 4. There is a weapon on the loose, but she's not going to reach that anytime soon.
Yeah, Zaz will put lead between her eyes and finish off this round. And this must be so downheartening at the moment for a reason, because they have come so close. They've come so far, all the way back through the lower bracket as well. And now they are all but out. This is 12-1. Team Secret showing why people ban out Dust 2. Even Team Heaven were just like, Dust 2, nope, not happening. We are not letting you play that map. We'll play you on Cash, maybe your second best map, but this is why people ban Dust 2. And, well, I bet they're thinking now, yeah, Train would probably be pretty good right now.
Yeah, they would hope for any other map. Do you think that the first map plays a role in this one as well, mentality-wise, that they just got shut down over there with the comeback by Secret and now they're all deflated and hopeless?
Of course, but we can't always focus on what's going on as the round is back underway. We do see the push coming in. Hopefully the mentality will wake up a little bit now that they have found the opening frag. Riley also in a decent position, but Nikki peeking the angle finds the headshot. Vilga holding for waiting the rotation, and they've already got the advantage back, the player advantage once again. Tati, Antika, and DSH are all that stands between them in a 13th round.
Yeah, reason they are thinking it's gonna be a wise decision to save or at least stack the B bomb site. So if the terrorists happen to go for B, they might win the round. I mean, Reason might win the round, but if they're going for A, well, now they're splitting up again, so Tati is trying to keep an eye out. It's a 3v4, so there is still a decent chance for Reason Gaming, but one of their players has to step up, otherwise there is no way. And the terrorists are coming for a long. Tati going for the juggle peek. Zaz is not going to get that kill. Tati with an important step up, the second kill of the round. But she's on 15 HP. So she has to back away a little bit. The terrorists are going to take her down really soon. 3v2 coming up. And she seems to be a little angry there.
Yeah, using the Molotov there for the crosses. She's not able to find that frag. It is going to be the 2 versus 3. They have to sort of go for this one, like saving in this scenario. Well, you're so far down anyway, you need the last 2 rounds to even have, well, a ghost of a chance.
Yeah.
But either way, it is going to be that push coming in now. We see DSH, she'll be the first point of contact, but the bomb is planted for long. Even if they find this frag, it's going to be difficult. They have no smoke. They at least have a kit, and they're going to have to take the aim duels.
Yeah, DSH is already having eyes on A long, but they realize the bomb is too far gone. Antika goes down to Nopka, and DSH is going to save her rifle. Team Secret with a 13th round. All that Reason can hope for is 2. When do you ever hope for 2 rounds in a matchup like that?
2 rounds on Dust 2 is never the sort of case you want to go on. Of course, we have seen comebacks of momentous occasions on this map before, the grind, the nip magic, whatever you want to call it. But this is an absolutely ridiculous showing from Team Secret. The individuals are all stepping up, the team play, the trade frags, everything's on point. Nopka, a stand-in, you wouldn't even know, and an auto sniper from Giuliano does trade out the fact that Antika actually had a lovely shot down mid. They will drop these weapons, probably throw them out of the map. It's the last round, and the money is spent.
She must have felt like Apex. Team Secret with a 4v4. P90 on Bloody Elf. Oh, that's going to work out for them. So they have a decent chance. CSH will take down Nopka. It seems like Reason Gaming can keep their last tiny, really microscopically tiny amount of hope alive.
Yeah, maybe if they can get this one and then win almost every other round in a row, there's a possibility, but this is a ridiculous sort of position to try and come back from. We will see the push coming towards long. We already have a player on short holding the cross. They do have smokes. They do have nades to use. And, well, we've already seen some pretty impressive performances from every single player on Team Secret in this map. But the comeback even more so on the last. But let's see what they can actually do here. 5 will be the player, Tati. And she's actually starting to back away, so now they may be a little bit skeptical as where this is going to go in. Obviously, if they can get the bomb down, go for an afterplant position, you wouldn't bet against these players, even though they are in such a detrimental position.
Yeah, they are also from the same nation, and you know which nation that is. The CSGO hometown, home country. Giuliano planting the bombs, has caught a lot of damage though. She has to back away very, very far. And now it all comes down to Giuliano doing a lot of work with her 79 HP. The CTs have to organize their retake as well as possible. Tati taking the point. Giuliano behind that smoke. And that is a very good angle for her. In the meantime, Saz getting the first and the second as well. Giuliano with one more. It's a 1v2 now. But DSH is keeping it alive. She turns it back into a 1v1. Giuliano on elevator. DSH will clutch it. She has a defuse kit as well. And it should go through the second round for Reason Gaming in the last round of the half. Team Secret definitely in the driving seat.
So when you said they're from the home of CSGO, you mean the UK, right?
Yeah. When do I get the money?
Yeah, no. It's, yeah. Obviously, we are not talking about the UK, unfortunately.
Give it time.
Yeah. One day Henry G will return to his greatness. But either way, I dare say it, the pistol is pretty crucial for
you
Team
don't say.
Reason at this point.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Reason just... They have to find a way how to win this, and their pistol buy regime is really putting me off a little bit. The Bloody Elf with Tech 9 in hand. She didn't drop it for Antika or Riley, so they tried to get close with everyone at the same time. The Glock and Tech 9 mixture train. They have a lot of grenades as well, but they didn't use them yet. So let's see what they do. First tunnels, then middle, now A long. They tried to luck everywhere. They didn't really get a kill.
Yeah, Vilga going to be the one trying to hold this position out. She'll have a lot of players coming her way, looking for the tag. She will actually find the first kill, and they still haven't traded this out. That's a lovely shot. Flicks onto the head. This is an absolute shutdown, and if it couldn't get any worse, it just has.
Vilga with a triple. Reason Gaming running around the whole map. They are going back to A long, where actually none of their pistols could have any impact except for on Vilga, who was close. The rest of the CTs would have had the range advantage against the Tech 9 and the Glock. So I don't know what the real plan was there for Reason. Now they have to win every single round.
Yeah, they don't have much hope left. Of course, this sort of pistol buy could be one of the last. Scout from Giuliano going to be coming out to try and find a jumping headshot. They're going to be styling at this point. Obviously, M4 board up here by Vilga, holding the long-range position. Another player who stepped up in the last round, Nopka, will find one. The bomb at least should go down, but already we see the trades coming in.
Yeah, Antika alone with the Deagle. She did some amazing stuff with that already. That's one more for her. Get some tags, but it was through the edge, so didn't really deal that much damage. Team Secret with a 15th round, and there we see the pistol round. You can see they were hoping for the kill. Yes.
What?
Was the last one, you know.
What?
I saved the last one for you. There you go.
Absolutely insane reaction shot there from Vilga. And, well, we can see the defuse has come in now, 15-2. This would be one of the most impressive comebacks I have ever seen. And I'm not sure I'm a believer.
$5,000 go to the winner of this matchup. 3,000 for the loser of it. We have Reason Gaming on 3 scouts, a Deagle and a Galil. So, considering the circumstances, a reasonable buy. And they get the first kill as well. Antika is just impeccable on the scope. But is that going to be enough?
Yeah, Vilga, of course, over towards this position. We've already seen her styling on long in the pistol round. And there's still 4 players to find. But again, through the door, and Tika stepping up. Nice shot from her, and that's a great way to open up this round. 2 frags, headshots. The scouts may be the answer, as they are very mobile. But there's still a few more players to find. Vilga's position is actually a very effective one. Only headshots can be found here, unless you hit through the wall. And Antika is just going to go for more with the scout.
Yeah, who do you turn to when you are in dire straits? It's your star player, and she's stepping up. At least she's trying to do even more. The weight on her shoulders, it's getting more and more. Saz will make it a few tons heavier with that headshot onto Riley. Now Antika looking for the kill in middle. The CT is split up across the map. Saz thinking about a backstab, and the turrets are coming her way.
Yeah, unfortunately for her, she was only on 9 HP, so it's really nothing to play with there. And now it's only going to be 2 players left. The chances are small, but at least they're going to have a chance if they can take this round away. Of course, they've got 2 more stars to go through. Nikki and Vilga are waiting, and that's going to be a nice, easy kill, bringing it back. Obviously, another tag coming in, the tag machine, the scout actually through the box as well. And it will be the bomb being planted now. Nikki's going to have a huge impact here if they even go for this round. Of course, they have plenty to play with. It's whether or not they want to come back with a buy quickly, or whether they just want to go for the save, or whether they actually just want to try and win it here. Yeah,
they can definitely poke into the side and see what they can achieve. If they get a really quick first frag here, Nikki's setting it up on short, they might actually commit to that retake, but now they're really deep already, so there's no way back anymore. DSH pops up from Goose, gets the first one. Vilga on 9 HP, she's gonna walk into the crossfire, and Tika missing one of those shots, a rare occasion, and then it's Tati shutting it down. 3 rounds for Reason.
Yeah, well, they've added an extra round at least. The more they get, the least embarrassing it looks, but it's still such a long way to go. I do wish to be the one who posts optimism, but it's almost impossible. Like, almost is the best I can do, with the followed by the word, of course, impossible.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, almost, possibly, probably not.
Indeed. That's also what I think. And the CTs, well, of course, this time around they are. Well, we always have to say those words because we've been proving wrong so often with those expectations. They will probably not win this round according to their armor, but the terrorists don't have the strongest buy either. They stuck to the scout on Antika. They have a P90 for Bloody Elf, and the CTs with some deagles of their own of 5.7 and 2 P250s. The setup is default though.
Yeah, here we go. Deagles in play, pistols in play. We would never count these players out, especially from what we've seen so far in Dust 2. They do have heavy presence over towards long and already going aggressive towards B, so soon the push will be scripted. Really, Reason need to start making their moves, or at least having a lurker pushing around. Of course, we're already going to see them coming here. The P250 is deadly at close range. The pistol tapping away could do some work here, but it seems that they're just going to get the bomb plant for free.
Yeah, the CTs want to focus on a controlled retake. Sass picking up Riley. That could be the first of many problems the terrorists still have to face. But now they make it a 4v3. The CTs don't have more than one flash to retake the bomb site with. But Giuliano with that shot on 2. Tati, the 3v2. Now Giuliano picking up the AK. Nikki going down to 18. And I think Team Secret would be better off if they save that AK. Maybe Nikki can yeah, there it is. She just picks it up. She reaches out quite far. And the detective gadget is back, and then she goes down to Bloody Elf. So Reason Gaming will not allow the CTs to save anything. Instant all buy for Giuliano.
Yeah, and this is where, well, the going gets tough for Reason Gaming. They've got to come up against the full buy. Up to this point, it was more just pistol follow-up rounds that were them fighting back. Obviously, they have picked up those rounds, which is, of course, important, but they've taken damage doing it. Of course, money isn't the problem they have. The real problem they have is that the rounds are fading away. Limited nades for Team Secret will be a big factor in this one, but no damage done yet. And Reason are going to be wanting to start this one off, but there's Giuliano once again. Almost finds the second as Tati does find a trade.
That aggression by Giuliano, just going for the second peak, really trying to surprise the terrorist. Bloody Elf gets rid of Nikki, who tried to get some information. Really important for the CTs to be able to prepare themselves. Now it's Vilga, Giuliano, and Nopka without any equipment against 4 terrorists with Tati on 10 HP.
Yeah, this is going to be a very difficult round now for the CT side. Of course, they still have a player in pit. This is the hidden Vilga. She's actually up above. Quite a surprising spot, actually. And here comes the lineup. Nopka going to get 2, bringing this back into a favorable position and dropping the bomb. Now she can actually grab another rifle in play. However, the push there, Bloody Elf is holding the rotation, stopping them from getting anywhere near. And Nopka now, she's in a 1 versus 2, but she's already found 2.
Yeah, no reason why she shouldn't go for it. Team Secret has 11 rounds to go with until Reason has drawn the game. And, well, I gotta give props to Reason. They are so patient right now. Look at them. They are not rushing it. They are playing very, very disciplined. The thing, though, they spend a lot of time, and that allows Nopka to be in position at short.
Yeah, scoping this out. They are going to realize where this is going. The nade could do damage, but it doesn't quite hit. And Bloody F will find that shot as well. So we are back 15-5. Definitely not looking as bad as what we saw in a few rounds in a row. Obviously, the sound you hear is the last round, possibly, sound.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't feel like they'll be going for very much. You know, you can already see the CT side are struggling with their monetary position. But the longer this goes on, the more buys they're going to have.
Nice tag by Bloody Elf through the door onto Nikki. The question that I'm asking myself at the moment is, first of all, will that CT push in B tunnels work out? And then, wait a second, it will work out, but the terrorists are on A long, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. The other question is, when would you take a timeout if they keep losing?
I don't think Team Secret will even need a timeout. Obviously, they haven't had a fully functioning buy, in my opinion. They haven't had all the nades. They haven't had everything necessary, so they've been going for aggressive pushes to try and make things work. But either way, the more damage they can do here, if they can grab an AWP, they can grab an extra rifle, it's still a possibility for them to make something of this round. But here we go, Nopka, she's going to get taken out straight away. The push, I don't know whether it's worth it now. That smoke is going to make things so much more difficult. That M4 could be valuable in the next round. Obviously, very confident, the feeling at the moment in the Team Secret camp, but here they go. The boost will come in.
Is it a run boost in a sec?
I think it's just a boost over the smoke.
That would have been so cool to see a run boost like that. I think it would also be a little instigating towards the terrorists, showing them, you know, we paid some respect at first, but now we stopped doing that, and we go for the run boost, even though it's a 2v4 and we don't have armor. At the same time, it would have been outright throwing it away. Yeah.
Swag is the only word you can use there. We are going to see that save. Actually, Giuliano not going to have anything really brought up, but of course on the CT side it won't matter too much. I wonder if they'll actually get the AWP in hand here. Of course, you can see some lovely picks going in. Actually, a missed shot there from Antica, and almost hitting the second shot was Giuliano pushing forward. But a lot of this stuff, it hasn't been those sort of crazy plays we've seen further on in this game. It's more been the sort of genuine fragging just coming out from Reason. One player playing it slow, nice and easy rounds. Like, they're taking it from Team Secret without having to do these clutch sort of scenarios. But we are back in double AWP on the T side, and no AWP, in fact, on the CT side.
It comes down to composure and discipline on the T side right now. You kind of have to go for big plays, but at the same time, you can't let yourself be carried away by those moments. You have to hold it down. You have to trust your teammates as well. It's not, there is no use, for example, let's say Riley pushing through the smoke or trying to make something happen on her own. She has to wait for her teammates to be around as well. And I think that Reason Gaming has shown us that they are still having a lot of hope, and that is really surprising, in my opinion, being down 13-2 in the halftime. Now they're grinding themselves back in this game, and they might make Team Secret feel that really soon.
Yeah, the other thing is, though, this is another buyer coming in. Of course, the more lost rounds we see, the harder it will get, but there's Antica opening up onto Nikki, making her presence known, and it's already back to a 4 versus 5. The T side are, as you said, grinding their way, but they're going to go aggressive into the B side. We see Nopka pushing here. It's going to be one player and one player alone to try and hold this one off, and Giuliano's going to have no hope. Quick kill comes in. Reason have the site. CT side surely have to save.
Yeah, would be the disciplined approach as well, and I think Team Secret, they can't afford to be indisciplined either. Well, a nice frag by Nopka might open up this round, but DSH is replying right away, so the CT's on the doorstep to B. They are still going for it with a 2v4. And they have the rounds to work with, so they might just try it, but the chances are really, really slim.
I don't think it's worth just throwing a couple of guns away for the sake of it. Of course, every little bit helps when you're trying to just win that one round. We may need to see a cheesy strategy thrown in or something big for them to actually take this one. Of course, they've got the individuals to do it. They have the players that we know can step up. Even their stand-in, I know I'm saying even as if it's a surprise anymore, but Nopka has been making frags across the board. And although we are seeing a comeback Reason, they've still got so far to go. They're not even halfway there.
Yeah, not even halfway. That is so... It feels like they have been playing so long already on this half, but they did so much. They took it slow as well. They didn't get overhead. 24 kills on Saz, by the way, in just 22 rounds.
Yeah, she has been going big. It hasn't been, obviously, quite as surprising, some of the amazing clutches we saw, but we are going to see some aggression now. Zaz, she's going to try and take this into her own hands with the support of one of her teammates, Giuliano. Nopka going to take some early damage, but this push has gone really far. They've actually got all the way around. They're soon going to realize that this push is likely to come in towards B. However, here's a rotation. Riley going to catch one in the back, and that is the timing there that's called out Giuliano. Riley again, she's going to know there's players coming, finds a second. This is great stuff from her. The Lurk player doing her job perfectly, and soon she may just be able to say to her teammates, go, 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 and they will go.
Yeah, it's only Nikki standing there with a deagle. The first shot misses, and of course it's so hard to let the deagle settle again to have the 100% accuracy. The 1v5 in favor of the terrorists. If Saz wins this, quick, think of something stupid that I will do. I can't make something up, and she's not going for it, of course. Team Secret will let Reason get a little closer, and I think with 8 rounds on the board, it's not really like Team Secret is going to be scared, but they're going to realize that Reason Gaming is in the game again.
Yeah, they've tried a lot of different methods at the moment on their CT side. Of course, we haven't seen too much of them as of yet on that side. It was, what, 13-2 half? They've managed 2 rounds out of the last 6, or well, no, 8, obviously, if you 6-1 by Reason. But that means that they could do it. Really, it does. Obviously, there's such a long way to go. They have just passed that sort of halfway mark of 8 rounds, looking for 15, of course. They can't get themselves all the way over the line. But I'm just still fearful that there's that factor. And that factor is the fact that at any moment, one of these players could just take the round into their own hands. And it's almost impossible to even guess who it could be. If I had a dartboard with all of their names on it, I think that might be the best way to work it out. Yeah,
I wonder why Team Secret doesn't take their time and go for an AWP, for example, because that would higher the possibility of somebody stepping up. For Giuliano just getting a first pick, for example, or just holding down a long, something like that. Team Secret kind of has to come up with something special. The aggressive push up from short, that kind of worked out, but even though, well, Riley just shut them down, they couldn't expect that. But we need to see some more special plays. Now they're falling back to the default, so actually that's also okay because they went for a special round in the previous one. Now they're falling back to default, letting the terrorists wonder what they come up with next.
Oh, the timing there will not pay off for Zaz as the smoke begins to fade. DSH will find the first kill of the round. Nopka in a decent position, but again, it looks like short could be the present play. Nice flashbang comes out, almost getting the trade frag, and a lot of damage is being done at the moment to the remaining players. Nikki will throw that smoke down, definitely not having the best second half so far with only 1 kill on the board. But it's still that build up towards middle and still no actual return onto the kill that has come in on Zaz.
Yeah, the terrorists seem to want to split the B bombs right now. 3 through middle, 2 from the tunnels. DSH is one of them. Oh, but then Tika goes down to Giuliano. Then the trade comes in. I was scared for the terrorists there, but Nikki is still there. She does get the headshot, but couldn't follow it up onto Riley. The 2v4. Look at the terrorist HP. This is still possible, and this time around, Team Secret should try.
Yeah, obviously we don't know how much they know about the HP of the remaining players, but they are going to go. They're having a look, but the nades are coming out, and again, they're sort of getting to that position where they may consider a save, and it looks like they are going to be pushing away. Whether they go into tunnels and look for a frag is another thing altogether. Looking for that kill onto Bloody. She's not going to be finding it back onto them either with the AWP, but just look at this HP. It's absolutely ridiculous, really trying to find something into this round. But again, they've picked up an AWP. We mentioned that previously about Giuliano needing one. Now they will save, but Reason, they did get away with that one a little bit, although 4 players are surviving.
Yeah, nah, Riley will die. You jinxed it.
They don't need the money.
Yeah, they really don't need the money. They're in the same position that Team Secret was in before. If we could change this game around and let Reason start on the T side, we would be scared for a Secret right now.
Yeah, this is sort of one of those sort of factors we saw before where they won a load of rounds in a row but ended up losing it because they lost too many in the first half. I think we actually saw that on Train versus Heaven, or I'm not sure which matchup it was, but either way, it was just too dominant a first half, but they are giving it a damn good go, and already we see Giuliano taking an early tag. Double up setup back on the T side.
That will limit her range of movement a lot because she can't expose herself to those body angles. So she's holding on to the B bomb side right now, leaving the rest of the side or the rest of the map for her teammates. The terrorists are just taking a lot of time setting it up, just like in the rounds before. Very thorough play by Reason Gaming. I already said it. Discipline is key for them right now. And TK and Bloody Elf with the orbs. So they have two players very capable of getting those long-range first picks.
And here we go. It is going to be that push coming in, and there's Bloody Elf once again, making the first kill of the round. Aggression seems to be the answer for Team Secret, but it doesn't seem to be the solution. Giuliano, though, decent position. We've already seen this used by Bloody Elf. It didn't work for her, but there's not going to be any attempt to push back in. Giuliano may have been low, but she'll find the frag either way. Now they're going to throw a smoke over to middle. They're actually completely rotating off this, and will they check for the player in Goose? Actually, Nikki, she's moved.
Yeah, she's at the headshot slope right now. Saz is at long still, and she's got support with Nopka in CT spawn. The terrorists completely try to avoid Giuliano, but she's on the hunt. She's taken down Tata. Now it's a 4v3 in favor of Team Secret. Riley's pulling it back. Nopka's still in spawn. What a nade. That was like a mortar dropping onto Antika.
Yeah, that nade has made a big difference, and now they're going to go for this push. Two players from long. Giuliano, she's been making a big difference in this round so far, but it's going to be this CT player. I want to see what she can actually do here. Nopka, the stand-in, she has full HP. She has a nade to throw out. There will actually be a smoke to try and give up a little bit of a position, but it's Riley. She steps up. She finds herself two, and now it's all down to Zaz. She's got 3 players to find, and it looks like a 10th is going to be on the board, but Zaz, she's not giving up just yet. She finds a second. It's all down to Bloody Elf. It's the 1v1. She's going to try throwing off the smoke, but there's the Molotov. It doesn't actually work. It's going to be that 1v1. She's going for the ninja defuse.
Oh!
Finds the kill.
What is going on? What is going on? You look, the disappointment, she's got no reason to be disappointed. That comeback in the round was amazing. Man, was that a round that the Incendiary thought, okay, well planned by the terrorist. Then she pops the smoke at the same moment, and then she fires one off shot.
I'm out of breath.
Oh my God.
I'm out of breath.
I've got goosebumps all over the body. Man. Team Secret going for the force, and I think now Reason Gaming broke in the minds of Team Secret, and now they wreak havoc over there.
It's still going to be a 1-for-1 trade. It's still going to be that sort of close round precision. Reason, they're not going to get away with this one easily. Secret are not going to let them back into the game. We spoke about that Giuliano warp. It made such an impact in this round, but she doesn't have it once again. These force buys may be the factor that forces them out of the game, ironically. But here we go. It is going to be that push. Middle seems to be the play once again, just holding that control. But look at the aggression already. Zaz, is she falling into old habits?
Yeah, she's eager to take this game in her own hands. She knows she's got the capabilities. The 1v3 almost went her favor. And I think she caught some fire again. Now, the terrorists on the A-short push. They're just feeling out the bomb side. They're not completely committed to it yet. Tati carrying the bomb over towards Saz. Riley is backing her up, and Riley has been the hero for Reason Gaming time and time again already. Now, the smoke is going to give the move of the terrorists away. Saz spots the bomb. She falls back. Riley picks it up. Now, she knows there was a terrorist right around that corner. What is she going to do with that information?
Once again, we see the advantage with the CT side. The position from Nopka isn't a bad one, but they've missed the shot. That's the bomb. Now they're going to get over towards that site. Now the retake will have to come in. This is the position. Once again, the advantage is there for the CT side. They're going to be making their move, and a lot of the push is actually coming in from short. We're going to see Vilga, but she only gets traded, so it is only going to be a 3v2. And once again, Nopka, she's finding that frag. Push comes in completely blind. Bloody Elf is down. We're down to just one. Riley is out, and that is it. Team Secret, they take the final.
They finally get it over the final line. That was so hard for Team Secret. Really a good fight for Reason. So the relief in Team Secret's faces has been visible across the whole country probably. Everyone heard the sigh of relief when they won this map. What a roller coaster.
I think there's a little bit of a relief for my throat as well. I have to admit, I really got into that sort of comeback story for a reason there. They put in one hell of an effort. I have to say there would have been teams in that scenario that would have completely given up any hope. I have to say, we gave up any sort of hope. And even then, it was sort of like, is this going to be the ultimate screw you to the casters where they come all the way back and reason take the series? But eventually, those big players show up. Not towards the end. Zaz, of course, stepping up. And what a series. What a way to end the tournament.
Yeah, I'm still flashed. I was hoping for that comeback, really, because they would have deserved the third map at least. And that performance, young girls from Russia, they definitely deserve those $3,000. Well, maybe next time it's going to be 300. They have the potential, of course, and they will keep working. And that's another thing that people catching up to Team Secret is going to make the female scene so much more interesting. And at the same time, it's going to make it more interesting for youngsters to come up.
Yeah, of course. We want every scene to grow. Maybe not so much the UK. No, I'm kidding. I want the UK to grow more than anything, so I can have something to cheer for. But yeah, we do have, obviously, a little bit of an interview on the stage. Just congratulating Team Secret for their victory. And I do think it's deserved. They've come back so many times in the first few series they had. Of course, reason you have to give props to them because they came from the lower bracket all the way through to the final and then put up a damn good show on the final as well. First map, obviously, was a little bit closer just because of the way that the rounds went. They were actually in the lead. And then we see Secret fight it back again, go into that second map and show why they are known and renowned as the best female team in the world.
Indeed. I think Reason was a worthy player, a worthy opponent for Team Secret in this final. They didn't make it easy. And you know, when you win a final without really having any opposition, that's always going to have that weird taste in your mouth, you know. And now they have won, they have struggled, they have deserved it. Really, no more words for that. Team Secret, congratulations to you.
And at least, well, a Russian team may not have won it, but two Russian players did. We still have Vilga and Nopka in that lineup. So Nopka obviously is standing, having a phenomenal performance. Like to go into a tournament without, I think they said they had a couple of days practice, and then went straight in and to win the tournament with comebacks available, like winning after losing the first map twice. Obviously, we do have the crowd standing up there. But I think it was a very good series to end the tournament. Although it's a shame it didn't go to cash, you have to say that it was well-deserved. It was well-deserved. Yeah,
Vilga and Nopka are also key parts of that success, especially Vilga in the first map. So everyone stepping up, showing what they are made of. Very, very happy here and relieved, as I said before. Now we've got a little interview coming up, or at least, Vilga was interviewed by Stepan. And it's going to be in Russian, of course, for the Russian audience. It wouldn't make sense to interview them in English in front of a Russian audience. Now, Team Secret going to celebrate tonight. I think that's really a lot of weight off their shoulders.
Yeah, I have to ask you, although it's a question where if you don't say a specific player, I'm probably going to be a little bit surprised. But MVP?
Yeah, Zaz.
Zaz, all the way. I think she was apart. I think there was one map, and that was Cash against Heaven. Where she wasn't quite there. Every other map throughout the tournament, consistently dropping 20-plus kills, if not 30-plus, having huge rounds where your lungs almost explode from just thinking, how on earth has this happened? Aces, we've seen triple kills, quad kills, you name it, we've seen it. We've seen no scopes on Giuliano as well. But Zaz, obviously, an absolutely superb performance, a player who has been around for a while, but obviously Team Secret now, a massive name in the community. And I think if they do get that sort of practice versus better and better teams, I think they could go further and further.
Yeah, it already went to show that this practice, the official matches against other teams from the scene, paid off for them. Otherwise, they might have crumbled on the pressure because that was maybe not the first time they felt so much pressure, but the first time they felt so much pressure across 2 days, really. Usually it was only in the final against CLG where they really had to struggle sometimes. Now it's been across 2 days where you have to be on point and you have to perform and you can't really afford to slip.
Yeah, and even once they had that slow start on Cobble, like the real fight showed up in them going on to the CT side, the less favored side, where we actually saw some very impressive team play. And not only is that difficult to set up on Cobbled, like we were talking previously about how all the teams seem to have a very weak CT side, how we didn't really see any sort of team play, nades usage, or even just positional play. Nikki, another player we have to highlight. I think we've pretty much highlighted the whole lineup at this point, but we haven't mentioned her. And on Cobble, playing outside that drop zone, I'd say that sort of almost the way that Taz was doing it, just holding it off. They weren't even allowed to go to A from drop down.
And one of the most important positions on the map as well.
And the hardest.
Indeed. So, I think it's time to finish this one up. We thank you for tuning in across the 2 days. We had a lot of CSGO action. I hope that you enjoyed this. Well, I don't have any more words. I thank you for tuning in. We congratulate Team Secret for the title of the Female Stars Champions. And it's time to say goodbye.
Follow us on Twitter.